Hey everybody, Bart here with another ULP, Ukulele Learning Package. This is for Bob Dylan's Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. Goes like this. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, it'll never do somehow. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason that I'm traveling on, but don't think twice, it's alright. So I'm going to show you how to play the song, and I'm also going to show you that picking pattern, which is kind of a Travis picking pattern. In this package, which is available at Bartt.net, BARTT.net, you get a bunch of stuff. You get a chord chart and lyric chart right here that has all the words and all the chords. That's why they call them a chord and lyric chart. You also get tabs for the picking pattern, and I'm going to show you all that stuff here, and then you can print out these things and look at them or watch them on your iPad or whatever. You also get 2 audio files that are backing tracks that you can play along with karaoke style. One of them is bass and drums playing through the whole song, and the other one is the same thing but half speed, so it's really slow, but it'll help you when you're working on the picking patterns. Or if you can't do it fast enough, then you just do it slower at 90 beats per minute, which is pretty slow. And then once you get the hang of it, you can go up to the other one, which is 180 beats per minute. So I've downloaded both of those audio files onto my phone. I've printed out both pieces of paper, the chord chart with lyrics and the picking pattern tablature, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. I'll start with the basic song. There are 4 verses in the song. They're all the same, so I'm just going to go through it once. There are also, the way Dylan did it was, there are 2 harmonica verses where he plays harmonica solos, but that's also the same set of chords. The same pattern plays 6 times, so I'm just going to show you it one time, and you can play it 6 times on your own. I'll start with the faster audio file, which is the standard speed, 180 beats per minute. And I'll just play along with it for a little bit so you can get a feel for what you get in this package. And play. 2, 3, 4. Here's the intro. F, C, G minor, F, B flat, F, C, F, F, C, D minor, B flat, then to F, C, F, C, D minor, G7, then a C, F, F, F7, F7, B flat, then a G a couple times, F, C, D minor, F, B flat, F, C, F. Okay, I'll stop that music there, and I'm not going to go over the chords because you've got them in the chart that I've put in the package that has the lyrics as well, and it's color-coded because it's a repeating pattern and you can get lost easily, so each verse is a different color. So the first verse is in black, then it's in purple, then blue. So when you print out the song chart, it's got the chords and lyrics all on one page. It fits perfectly on one page. The writing is a little small, but at least you don't have to keep flipping pages like that. I hate that. But on the tabs, it's 7 pages long. And you don't need to print all 7 pages out unless you feel like it, because like I said, it's repeating a pattern. So print out pages 1 and 2, and that'll give you pretty much all you need. There's a tiny little change in the very last bit of the song, the last line, but basically it's repeating the same pattern a bunch of times. On page 1, in red, there's an intro, which is also part of the song that shows up later, but he plays it as an intro as well. So the red intro, then the black verse, and that's pretty much the whole thing you need. So you have the 7 pages in case you just feel like having 7 pages and each verse is a different color. Sometimes that's helpful to some people. But just for the purpose of learning the song, you only need pages 1 and 2. So now I'm going to show you the picking pattern. It's basically a Travis picking pattern, and it goes like this. And here's a close-up of my right hand doing the picking pattern, so you can really see what's going on. And faster. And now more slowly. And now really slowly. Notice that the first note is a quarter note and all the other notes are eighth notes. So that thumb first note is a quarter note, which means it lasts twice as long as all the other notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 you just do the same pattern throughout the entire song. The chords change, so the notes will sound different, and you'll be changing your left hand because of the chords, of course. But the right hand just keeps doing the same thing the entire song. So you can hear the melody change, you can hear the chords change, but if you just focus on my right hand, you'll see that it's playing the same way the entire time. That's all in the tablature page that I gave you, so I'll go over it in a little more detail right now. I'll start with the F chord since the song's in F. A little faster, and then faster. It'll take you a while to get up to that speed, so start slowly and practice it cleanly and very slowly. That's why I gave you a very slow 90 beats per minute audio file to play along with. That's for practicing the picking pattern. It's a little tricky to play, and you need to practice slowly and then work your way up to speed. So I'm going to play along with the same file you're going to get right now. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. noticed I picked a few strings that were different from the pattern I showed you here and there. I do that all the time. It doesn't make any difference. There's no need to be rigidly stuck to this pattern. It's a good pattern to learn because you can use it for a lot of things. But if you decide to modify it a little bit, go ahead. Sometimes I'll strum a chord in the middle. Mix it up a little bit because it sounds kind of stale if you just keep sticking to that pattern exactly precisely. Although, stick to the pattern precisely when you're learning it because that's the way you learn it, repetitive motion. Get the muscle memory going. Now I will explain which right hand fingers to use. For the G and C strings, it's the thumb going down, and for the two other strings, the E and the A, it's going up with this finger or this finger, index or middle. I alternate them, but it doesn't really matter. You can do it whatever way you want to do, but do it the same way each time so that you build up the muscle memory. If you change it each time you play it, then you don't build the muscle memory and you start to make mistakes. So pick a way that you want to do it and do it that way every time. The way I do it is I alternate my middle and index fingers. So I start with the middle, then I do the index. That's for the up strings. The down strings are always thumb. So I'm starting down on the G string with my thumb. Then the next note is on the C string, also with my thumb down. Then the next one is on the A string with my middle finger. And then I go to the G string again with my thumb. So I'm doing this. Bum, 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 bum. Then I go to the E string with my index finger. Up. Then I go back to the C string with my thumb. So now I'm playing this. And there's one more note in the pattern, which is the index finger on the E string. And once you get the hang of that, when you get the muscle memory built into your right hand, it'll be easy to change the chords because you're probably familiar with C, F, and G. These are simple chords, and most of Bob Dylan's music is really easy to play. He just plays basic chords, and there's no fancy guitar playing in his stuff usually. It's more about the song and the things that he's saying. So instrumentally, they're fairly easy to play. The only part that's even just a tiny bit tricky is the part where it goes from D minor to F. There's a split measure. Most of the chords are just a full measure or two full measures of the same chord. The only time that he changes in the middle of a measure is when there's a D minor and an F a couple of times, and it goes like this. And you still keep the same right hand pattern, but it could throw you off a little bit when you're changing chords in the middle of a measure. And you'll find that in the intro on measure 3 and also measure 35, and it's in there a couple of other times, each verse. It goes like this. So you can hear and see me change chords more quickly in that one measure. Right there. But I'm still using the same picking pattern. It's just a tiny bit different there. And what I do sometimes is I'll just strum right there because I think it sounds good. So like this. Vary your playing. Have some fun, relax, and just play it. If you make a mistake, who cares? So you can play it strictly with the pattern like this. Or throw in a little variation like I do. Why not? Bob's not there, and if he was, he wouldn't care. So if you want to play Bob Dylan's Don't Think Twice, It's Alright, go over to Bartt.net, B-A-R-T-T.net, and download it. It's waiting for you right now. We'll see you next time.